mon ami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
Thanks for sharing. Wasn't entirely necessary, but appreciated nonetheless. Hello one and all, and welcome back to more Let's Play Danganronpa 2. I am the Max of your trades, and in the last part we learned that, well, despite his best efforts, Nagito is not the murderer. And now I've gotta go and pin it on the person who actually done and did it. And perhaps Monami is going to provide some kind of a recap, perhaps?
The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students?
That is the case, yes.
No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it.
Funny thing about belief is it doesn't really care if you believe in it or not. I mean, facts are facts. If it happened, it happened. It doesn't matter if you think it's possible or not, as long as it ultimately is.
'Cause I believe in everyone.
Well, you should believe in at least one less person by the end of this.
So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
You said that oddly, but thank you. I save as often as is possible. Not much of a recap.
What now?
Let's just assume you watched the previous episode, as Nagito continues to be a smug man.
If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Are we gonna be sticking on that, or can we move on to somebody else?
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
Fair enough.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
I suppose.
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
Unless I bring up all of my other evidences.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
And why would that be?
There's still more?
There's always more.
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
That appears to be the case, yes.
Is there something wrong with that?
Everything wrong with that.
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Odd way of saying it, but I get what you're saying.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
All right, well, that's a can to open at a later date. Sorry to hear that, I guess.
I'm not talking about your looks.
The fact that even Mikan was able to say, no. that's a bit unfortunate. Why does Mikan think Nagito looks clean? Well, he wasn't covered in any blood, despite all of the much blood that was all up in that place.
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
I would hope.
Yes, that's it.
Huzzah!
Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right?
Yee.
There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
The idea that he would be completely spotless is a bit far-fetched.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
Yee.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
All right, so I guess it's safe to assume Nagito's literally never going to be useful ever again. That's fun. Also, when this trial is over, we still have to live with the fact that he totally intended to kill somebody. He may not have succeeded, but he still tried. I feel like that's going to be a problem.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been?
People at home.
I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Indeed, although please do not pass the ball to me in such a manner. There's only one thing he could have used to block the blood. It would be the, whatchamacallit, why is this still here? Would be this.
I can prove it with this.
With this miraculous object.
You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
The very same.
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
I find that hard to believe. How exactly would he have hid that? It's, not exactly small.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
And nobody noticed? I feel like people would be a little more observant of that.
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big.
So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you,
Yeah, that would be too noticeable. Doesn't really hold water.
wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone.
It's a lot of things.
That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
I don't know. I guess it depends on whether or not that was how thorough you decided to plan things.
Then, what does it mean?
Chiaki ponders this ponderous thought.
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
Well... Oh, okay. No, I see where you're going with that. It's a weird way of phrasing it. Huh?
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Yes, very much so. But I get where she's going.
The inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there.
But what if?
But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I mean, technically it sort of does, but at the same time it doesn't. It's a weird technicality.
I don't understand at all.
You know what? I completely understand that. She's wording it very oddly. The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
You look like you're onto something.
Yeah, it was something we figured out quite a while ago.
Really? It sounds like a riddle.
Yeah, you say that, but we'll find out soon.
I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Okay, but I do know.
Table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense.
How do I phrase
Moving
it
forward,
exactly?
We should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
Quit tagging that on! You make people think you're not any good at this. In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. I'm not okay with that. These mini games are always so, alright, fine. Also, although improved implies that they're aware that the original wasn't that good. The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a keyword related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. If 2 different letters clash, you'll take damage. If 2 of the same letter clash, they will fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash while you try not to let 2 different letters clash. That is what's most important. In order to do that, you have been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticule with the mouse and press the right mouse button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the right mouse button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. Ellipses, as I'm trying to register what any of that means. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. Oh my god. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the right mouse button, and after you fuse them, fire with the right mouse button. That's a whole lot of right mouse buttons, indeed. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of Improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword. Display the question with the tab key and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword, instead of pressing the right mouse button to fire the letter, please press the left mouse button. If that happens at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order based on the flying letters. Please think about the completed word. I feel like I'm reading a small novel on how to do this. Also, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. I took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? No, I really honestly do not. If you press the escape key during the scenes, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using the words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Okay, well this is, like, between the floorboards, under the floorboards, something to that general effect. Something. Something is coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Okay. How do I do this? Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Under the... Okay, so it's just under the floor. And it needs to be in order. Okay. And I let the words go. And like so, I guess. And oh, okay. Okay. And if I want the letter, like that. Okay, I think I get it. But I seriously have to do this. Okay, I have to do this in order? That is definitely a bit of a pain. Also, I only have 4 minutes to do this. Is it ever gonna maybe move faster, or is it just me, or is this taking like a really long time? There's an E. Okay, there's some L's. Those are pointless. Thank you. I need an R. Okay, there's an R. Like that. And now I wait even more for the letter T. Oh, I got a bunch of F's and some E's. And then things are exploding, and I don't know why. Still nothing. And I don't want them to bump into each other, I guess. Oh my, okay. Well, there's a T. Get rid of those. Hold on to the T, I need the T. Okay, okay. There's a lot to pay attention to here. Okay, it's moving slowly, but come on. Okay, now a bunch of F's, don't need those. Shoo. No, seriously, is this ever going to move faster? It's not just me, this is really slow. Come on now. Just shoo. Waiting, waiting, waiting for the letter E. It's taking forever, is that an E? Yes, it freaking is, ha! Okay. I feel like I'm gonna run out of time if this doesn't... Okay, now they're moving a little bit faster. Or at least that one did. Okay, they're moving a little faster. This is good, this is good. I'm not going to exactly say that this is, precisely fun enough to justify its existence, if I'm being honest. Couldn't I have just presented maybe, I don't know, like, isn't the floorboards a truth bullet? Ah, crap, okay, no. I feel like that's a thing that I should have been able to do. This feels like unnecessary amounts of work. Okay, now, the R's, there. That took like, what, like almost 3 entire minutes? Holy crap. Who came up with that idea?
Right. The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
J'accuse, thank you. That was a really long walk to get there.
Under the floorboards?
Under the floorboards. It's not like anything, it's not anything like under the sea. It's not better down there.
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. They stuck the weapon through one of the gaps. They could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
Indeed.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where? How?
I don't have the slightest idea, but one of us definitely should.
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
The only question is, will they be willing to actually tell us? That's right, if I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. No. Now I actually need to actually point at them, and I can't just... I feel like the person in question should be able to infer it. My god, that face. Also, I could have gone the opposite direction. I had no idea Gundam was so close to me.
Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
I didn't give it its full title, so he's probably gonna get mad about that.
Referring to the Hellhound earring?
I was correct!
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
Just go with the terminology, Hajime.
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboard, right?
If nothing else, you were extraordinarily distraught about it. I found it. Truly, that is the Hellhound earring. Fwahahaha. It seems God exists for my benefit. Good for you, pat pat. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either. And yet it is still upon yon ear.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes.
That would have been quite the sight.
However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Yes, and I would like an explanation.
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh?
Could it be?
Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation.
It's really interesting that they would actually go to the trouble of changing his model for something like that. It's a minor change, but still.
And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, give it up. How'd you do it?
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
Oh, wait. Am I actually, like... I can't possibly be accusing him of doing this, right? That's not what I'm doing.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass.
I don't think any of us have glass eyes, but you do you.
But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern.
Oh, did you send one of your hamsters under the floor? If so, then then this might actually be a complete and total non-lead.
True. This is the evil 4th eye.
What about the third one?
Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
This man needs to chill.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed listening to him, more exasperated because I want him to get to the point.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Okay then, that really could have been a lot easier. Ooh, custom art for it. The hamsters found it.
4 dark devas of destruction. Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos.
That is freaking adorable. He's just like, my
A
hamsters.
secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards.
I really love the way his lines are delivered. Massive props to the voice actor. It's like, after securing a lighter from the supermarket. That's so awesome.
And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands.
Hansa. Wonderful.
Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
With my unlimited power, I found a freaking door in a room.
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Yeah, and you're a what? A traditional dancer? What does that even mean?
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
And it took us 6 minutes to ultimately get to that conclusion.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
Just a small jaunt.
I see. If they pass through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
So that would explain all of that. So really all we need to do is narrow it down as to who could have possibly done that exact thing. And, well, those are incredibly slim amount of people that could have done that. By my count, 3, and you gotta get rid of Fuyuhiko. And, you know, Chigari was just sort of hanging out outside the entire time. So I guess it's not impossible, but it's unlikely.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but a man died, so please dial it back.
Are you sure?
I'm really sure of this, yes.
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy? Like...
You gotta give her credit for enthusiasm.
I'm not talking about
her sound effects.
Although those were impressive.
You were saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right?
Or they were never there to begin with.
So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Yeah, it's really funny that you, of all people, would bring that up.
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Who wasn't at the party again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right?
Is anything that Monami says admissible?
Yes! This Monomi over here is your witness!
That's one way to phrase it.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
And thus we have shrunk it down
I
further.
was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
Correct, but you weren't at the time.
The only person who wasn't at the party...
Oh boy. Great, we get to shake that hornet's nest again.
Judging from the photo I took before the blackout...
It obviously has to be him.
Oh boy. I get that he's suspicious as all hell, but he's not the guy.
Hey, it's decided!
It is most certainly not.
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it.
Well, that's a terrible impression, but you're right. He did say that.
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
Not helping your case in the slightest, my dude.
see? You're making threats again.
Yeah, but maybe he's all bark and no bite. I don't know. We don't know his life.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
It's actually been a while since he's spoken up. Good news, oh lord. You are now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the right mouse button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. Okay, time limit, don't do it. You get extra time if you shoot it, but you don't and you lose it. Bada boom, bada bleh. If you set it to gentle, it won't show up at all. I got it, okay. However, I get you. You're just going on and on for no reason. You can press the escape key, you get the controls. All right. Question is, how exactly do I... Ibuki's account, Terotero's account, Chiaki's account, Kazuichi, and Nekomaru's account. Oh boy. Can I quickly?
Drink.
Can I quickly? Thank you. Okay. Ibuki's account during the blackout. Ibuki was able to discern all of the noises. That shouldn't be relevant to this. Then Teroteru. Gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity. That's why Teroteru couldn't use it during the blackout. Okay, so no, that has nothing to do with anything. Okay, so it would have to be Chiaki's account. Yeah, that's the only one that I haven't used or would make any sense. Let's roll.
Was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day
Disgusted.
without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know?
It's true. Was there really only going to be that one
That
thing?
means you have no alibi.
Lies and slender! Wait, what? No.
The culprit is self-evident.
Wait, no. Hang on. What? The only person who doesn't have an alibi during the party is Fuyuhiko, but is he really the killer? Hang on. He has no alibi, but I thought that's exactly what Chiaki's thing was. It was standing guard outside. Fuyuhiko apparently came to the old building, then walked away. Is that not good enough? Hang on, what was the first thing?
Was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
No. If with his height, it's possible.
Panties all day without going to the store.
Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
I'm very
But when the
confused.
party started,
How is that not what I need to do?
Nobody saw you, you know?
Did I miss? Let's just try again.
That means you have no alibi.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's wrong.
I guess I missed. Forgive me, I'm not sure how I did that, but whatever, still works.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right?
It's a good thing I reasoned that one out, otherwise I would think that what I did was wrong and it would have gone horribly, and I would have forgotten about it and I wouldn't have done it and I would have just been stuck here forever.
Oh, you're right.
Give me that alibi. What happened, Fuyuhiko? Hey, what are you doing here? All alone at a place like this. I'm standing guard so Monokuma don't come inside. Huh, that's diligent. Mad props, mad props.
Saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
So there you go.
Should have said that earlier, dumbass.
Okay, you don't have to be rude about it, but he does have a small semblance of a point. You could have prevented that entire argument cycle. That was unnecessary.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Well, the current running theory is that he wanted to go to the party, but felt like he couldn't and got embarrassed and left.
Shut up!
Yeah, see, that's a really good retort.
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Okay, calm down.
Oh, no!
That's an extraordinarily odd response to being threatened.
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Glad I'm not the only one who noticed it. Still not sure how I feel about about syncing with Hiyoko so often, though. Making me a little uncomfortable.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
At least I don't have to tell people that you two did that.
And someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
Yeah, so the only possible person it could be was the one who spent any amount of time not in there.
During the party. It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make eggs Benedict without any eggs.
And as I can probably ascertain, that would be somewhat difficult.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible?
It must not be, because, I mean, it happened.
It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
Let's use some science up in here.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
But I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
Here's we're getting close to the final stage.
Perhaps so, but you don't have to be all like that about it.
The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Yeah, you're really not I think we're gonna have to put a ban on you being able to talk. Well, boy, what are we doing? Making my argument. The case, the party dishes, the fire door, the equipment list, and the murder threats. Interesting. Okay, not 100% sure what I'm using.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout.
Yes.
Moving to the storage room like that
Would have been difficult.
was like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Did somebody say that actually sounds easy?
Possible?
I need to read those more.
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
No.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Okay, hang on.
Definitely sounds impossible.
Is any of the... Oh, actually, hang on. That might be the case. Holy crap. Akane, I think your gut might be onto something. And
hallway was
that
really
thing
dark
it's
during
on
the
is
blackout.
not more food.
Moving to the
Kudos,
storage room was
kudos.
like making a seafood.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string like the cord?
No.
There was another pair of night vision goggles?
No.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut.
Let's roll.
What if they used a light?
Ah, the thing was in the way. That's what happened. Ah, butts. Okay, maybe that's what happened to me last
The hallway
time.
was really dark. Moving to the storage room
Okay,
was like
come on.
making a
Zoom.
seafood-
Really not.
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another
Just
pair of
zoom.
I'm gonna go with my gut.
Okay.
What if they used a light?
Boom, shakalaka. Go, Akane.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Full agreement.
Oh, I was right?
Apparently. Good for you.
But where could they have found a light?
Well, that's quite interesting that you would ask.
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
20 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses. There's also lion plates for barbecue and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Iron plates and a portable stove. I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. The kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
That's right, a stove that is portable.
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around.
So there you go.
So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
Yeah, and who had the most easily obtainable access to said portable stove?
See, I never considered the portable stove. but there's a hole in your argument.
Yeah, well, there's a hole in your brain, but we don't try to point it out that often. Okay, I guess apparently this is a bombshell.
A hole? What kind of hole?
Oh my god.
It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail.
Yeah, okay, cool. Cool beans, thank you.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
That's hardly the first one you've made, so I don't know why you're suddenly confused, ashamed of that one.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
More than slightly.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
What, like with a duel? We Yu-Gi-Oh-ing it right now?
No, that's wrong.
Excusez-moi? Okay. I guess that's what we're doing.
Will you be able to break through my argument?
Well, it depends on how flimsy it is. What does he mean, battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Well, we've already established the man is banana pants. Damn it, there's no way I'm gonna lose against someone like him. All right, fine. You want me to slice through this nonsense? I will. Night vision goggles, storage room tablecloth, party dishes, fire door, which, oh boy. I don't know which one I would end up having to use. I have absolutely no idea.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier?
Maybe?
He said the hall was too dark to see the office.
Right?
The light from the stove that you mentioned.
Yeah?
It contradicts his testimony.
Yeah, so?
Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down.
Okay. Just a little bit more, I can draw something out next time. Okay. Yeah,
He said the hall was too dark to see the light from the stove that you mentioned. Contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't hit everything like that.
Back down.
I'm gonna click really hard. Okay.
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, really.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see it was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After
what?
all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
What? No. What? It's true that any light source in the dark hallway would have stood out. So if the killer did have a light, the reason Kazuichi wasn't able to see it was...
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office
What?
was because
Maybe
the
this?
hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
I don't know. Would he have? No? Okay.
Crap!
I don't know. Maybe he was. I thought maybe he was hiding it with the
The
cloth.
reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was
What?
dark, right?
I don't
So if
know.
the light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
My brain. Okay, no, sorry. Hang on, guys. Please, just give me a second. I need to calm down. It's hurting my head. I need to think this through. Just give me a second.
The reason Kazuichi
Okay.
couldn't see the office
Okay. Was because
the hallway was dark, right?
I believe this. Okay, hang on.
If a light was shining in such a dark hallway,
Let's see. Yes.
wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Yeah. Ah! Oh my god.
Through those words.
Oh my god.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. When I have a time limit and all of these noises and things are going off, it hurts my head.
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light.
Yes, thank you. God, sorry, my brain was completely blocking that out.
I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway.
There you go.
Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
Yee.
I see. You actually noticed the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate.
Yes.
Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do you?
No, but that doesn't really have anything to do with anything.
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, You are quite nosy.
Is it possible that he's just a jackass?
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
When you say it all condescendingly, I don't wanna.
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Mildly tempting.
Hey, it's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people.
He was offended by getting punched.
More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Well, that's an incredibly arbitrary metric.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
Okay, well, I mean, at least we're advancing.
You're obviously the killer, right?
No, we've pretty much proven that he's not at this point.
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
Man, this dude's chillness became significantly creepier out of nowhere. It's very odd. Hajime ponders this. So you're telling me to call out the real killer, even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark, and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is... you, and only you! Okay, finally, I can point the accusatory finger. You! Why'd you done gone and done do it?
You're the only one!
Only thing everyone lines up for.
Could it be you?
I think it might be. The chillness belays the anguish that is about to probably fly out of his head.
What? What are you talking about?
I called that one.
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
If you look at it logically, and with all of the evidence that we're aware of, I can't think of anybody else it could possibly be. I don't have the slightest idea on the motive, but I guess that's not entirely necessary.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
How is there no way?
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely.
Yeah, we're listening.
Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer?
Because who else could it be?
Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic?
If that was it alone, I suppose it's feasible, but it's not.
You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Uh-huh. Look, I don't like accusing you, despite the things you've said and may have possibly done. I don't actively dislike you in any regard, so if you're not the killer, I'm totally cool with that being the case. I just don't see any evidence to support that you're not.
Teru. That attitude is so not like you, for the ultimate cook to get so upset.
I don't really see how being a cook has anything to do with his temperament.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
You trying to rile him up?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
I legitimately don't have any idea what this man's deal is, and it's confusing me.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
Okay, but what does that mean for us?
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Akane, we'll talk about it later. We've got more important things to talk about right now.
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Yeah, well, good luck. I don't think there's anything on the islands that is made out of that. It's not a very commonly used material anymore.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
For real?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light,
Okay.
and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what?
Then they stabbed him? Wait, what kind of question is that?
It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya?
Okay, alright, no, admittedly, yeah. I don't entirely understand I know how he did it. I just don't know how he knew about it.
You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Luckily, I know the hows. I don't know the whys or the hows to the whys, but I know the hows. So as long as I've got those, I should be able to get through this and maybe get an answer later.
That's right. What do you think about that?
Oh, sorry. I thought that might have been mentally.
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
That's true.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
That's true, he did.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards.
What does that mean? Related to the incident. What does that mean?
The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
Yeah, okay, see, there you go. There's the how. It was the glowiness.
What? A shining liquid in the dark?
The shiniest liquid of all.
That sounds super important.
Moderately, at least.
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
Yee!
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
But that's confusing because Nagito's the one that set that up. So why did Teru know about it? The victim was targeted by a mark. What was the mark? Hang on. So do I actually have something that, like, do I have glowing paint as a specific thing? No. Wait, hang on. Oh, wait, no. Hang on. Let's say knife found under the table where the body was discovered. A glowing paint-like substance is on it. Okay, and I don't have, like, the tape. A lot of blood. Also, there was no sign the body was dragged. I think that this is the only thing that I have that might work.
I can prove it with this.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something more specific.
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Yee!
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
It's an ingenious plan, even if I don't understand how it's possible.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
But that would also imply that... Okay, so wait. If Teru went down there and saw the thing and waited for someone to go there in order to move it and then use that as the sign for stabbing, that would imply that not only did he know about the paint, he would know that he would know that it was there in the first place and that somebody would go there to remove it. I don't understand how he would know that.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing.
I'm very confused about that, but I guess nobody else seems to care, so I guess we'll move on.
I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Thank you, Chiaki. Oh my god. I was really just about to give up on thinking about it.
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really? I don't know anything at all.
I feel that is a lie.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
Well, considering how much you love the sound of your own voice, I don't think saying no is going to change anything.
You again? Just stop already!
Would be nice.
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
Especially if they might possibly give information that makes it so I can get out of this.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout.
Yes.
And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
She heard Teru's voice.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know?
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Yeah.
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Yeah, but if there were gigantic honking gaps inside the floorboards, couldn't he have just said it while he was down there?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
That's right. That's exactly it.
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
Yeah, exactly. Unless he was shouting from underneath the floor.
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Convenient!
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
More than a little.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat.
Are you trying to convince Akane into doing something weird?
So, if you want, you should try licking me.
My dude, you are being accused of murder. Now is not the time for this.
No way. You look greasy.
Oh!
But I heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall. Ibuki swears on her honor.
And I believe you.
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
Okay, so how do I tell people about this?
That's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me?
Oh boy, he's snapping.
It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in.
Oh my god, shut up.
Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Please stop saying words with your face. Okay, here we go. What are we doing? All right, knife, bloodstain, gaps in floorboard. There it is. Okay, that's definitely it.
Let me ask you again.
All right, fine. If we must.
Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room.
Why so?
I was somewhere totally different.
Sounds pretty fishy.
I definitely heard Teruteru's voice.
And you did, I believe. That is not a lie.
Handsome, unlike his face.
Fair enough, fair enough. That's
Maybe
true.
it was recording or something?
Nah.
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Okay, I think so. I think so.
As long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Okay. I wasn't actually 100% confident that that really made sense as a counter.
Just because we heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
Yeah, we just heard his voice.
Huh? Why?
It's pretty easy to figure out, people.
Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right?
No, even if it wasn't full of gaps, you could probably still yell and get something somewhat legible.
So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall.
Although apparently Ibuki's hearing is so good she can tell the difference between a live voice and a recorded one. If that's true, that's actually really freaking cool.
But...
All right, well, we're definitely making some progress. So unless you got to sell some explanations.
So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Not a bad plan, honestly.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
I'm listening.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I?
I am waiting a second. And now we're screaming at him.
What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
He's so mad he appears to okay, I was about to say, I think he got so mad he gained an accent, but I think what's actually the case is he got so mad that his actual accent, oh, I get it. He was constantly going on and on about how refined he was and how he was and he had no place in the country life. He must be a country boy and ashamed of that, so he's been pretending not to be. I get you. That makes way more sense.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asafu and raised in South Aoyama.
I'm not even sure what kind of accent this is supposed to be.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
Certainly seems to be the case. But the hoodie is up. What does it mean?
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
And he wasn't. I noticed that really early, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
At least not quickly.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
Nah.
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
And literally none of us are going to point out that that's a bit of a... sorry, excuse me, that was a bit of a tell.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right! You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
I get it now. I know it. Finally. That weird-ass piece of evidence in that weird-ass scene that had absolutely no point whatsoever finally makes sense. I know what to do.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
More than most likely, yes.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
I can prove he wasn't.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
I've got evidence.
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be sad. Things like that don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
I think I can.
I probably can.
Aha!
Oh, you again.
It's always me. Literally. Nobody else does much here. Whether or not Terra was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order us to know for sure, I just need to throw the question at him. The question. Okay, well, if this isn't what I'm supposed to do now, it's gonna give away the fact that I figured this out, but didn't this happen? Yeah, during the blackout, she tripped, and when the lights came on, and all that stuff happened. You know, he didn't say nothing, and that would have been a time to say something. Is this the correct time for it?
I can prove it with this.
Huzzam! There we go.
If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back,
And he is.
then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Apologies for having to bring this up, but you have to admit it's a good way of figuring it out.
Whoa, what?
Well, yeah.
Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
Well, then cover your ears and go la 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 a bunch, because I'm talking about it.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Terry, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
I guess, is that why they established this as a thing in the first place? Because the first time she did it, he commented on it. The second time it happened, he didn't. Was that the entire point of the bit? Yes, thank you.
There's a
Not
pretty clever
necessary.
way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
Yeah, I don't even have the slightest idea how that happened.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
Stop. Oh my god, I get it. You don't like yourself, but come on. You're not that bad. You're not bad at all. You're actually fairly attractive. Now shut up.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
If anybody would have had it burned into their memory, it would have been you.
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
Ain't that convenient?
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Ah, Mahiru with the deep cuts.
Even so, Nagito, say something.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to bail you out anymore.
I guess you might have to give up now.
Well, there you go.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
I think he means give up. By give up, he means give up. That's generally what that term usually means.
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Good lord, this man is just out there.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that? Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Well, then tell me how you're not.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
I like that.
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
Oh yeah, suppose it hasn't.
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
I can vaguely get the gist. Don't worry about it. I'll translate.
It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
I'm not entirely sure why he's talking about Cher, though.
You understand him?
Unless that was meant to be like cherry, as in French, in which case he's meant to be more of a Cajun accent, because I'm not really getting that.
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
The cruelness of the status of the events are not at question.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Yeah, okay, so where is the weapon? I don't know.
Come on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
It's not that hard to figure out.
He said If you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
No, we've proven that much.
Judging from Byakuya's wound, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Yee. Which means it would have had to have been the missing iron skewer, which would have definitely fit the bill.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
I have absolutely no idea how long that is, but I'm going to assume it's still the skewer.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Apparently enough people that I'm gonna have to prove it.
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
Indeed.
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Did anybody really not understand that one?
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
Okay, admittedly, I didn't actually hear that one. That one needed to be translated.
What a confusing accent.
More than a little. Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters and at least 50 millimeters in... Oh, you're gonna make me do the hangman thing again, aren't you? Don't make me do the thing. Butts. Okay. How about I just speed this one up for you guys a little bit? Because this is obviously going to take a while. People of the comments, please tell me if you actually enjoy having to do that.
That's it. The weapon must be the iron skewer.
Like, straight up, legitimately, I want to know if I'm being unfair about that, because that was just a slog.
Huh? The iron skewer?
The iron skewer.
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
And wouldn't you know it, something was missing, and from his point of view, as far as Teru Teru would let us believe, it just happened to be missing already. I checked the equipment list, and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Oh, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start. Convenience!
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
It would make the most sense.
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Aha!
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Yeah, I don't have actually any clue. Okay, well, he's frothing. He's frothing up. Ibuki, you have experience with frothing. How do you stop it? What? Okay. Was that actually meant to be Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne?
That... Like, even if you're just shouting nonsense for the sake of it being nonsense, that's an extraordinarily random person to scream.
Huh? Did he really just say that?
Apparently.
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
That's such a weird rule.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Yeah, it's a bit extreme. Also, what constitutes littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
Apparently, but where?
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Well, actually, maybe.
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Okay, well, he seems to have gone full primate. Finally, we are nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. It'll probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. I just want to know why. It's so random. And how he would know things. And believe it or not, I don't actually like condemning anybody, but if he did it, I need to get that info out. I don't take any pleasure in this. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent excuses and nonsense. Okay, all right. Panic talk action. That's the bullet time. The panic talk action. Changing the name. Panic talk action. We'll shorten it to a PTA. During PTA, you must destroy all your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks with following the tempo of the song. Gotcha. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you will be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you will be able to lock onto multiple remarks at the same time, after which if you release the left mouse button in time with the tempo marker, it'll intercept the locked on the remained mark and destroy it. By destroying remarks, you will be able to damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent to destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you will end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can, review the controls and what have you. Just focus on pressing the left mouse button. Please wait for another time for the other features. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going, you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing it, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the timing of each button, please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all of your opponent's soul shields, then they will start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left, and right sides of the screen. Each of those 4 words corresponds to the WASD keys, okay? If you press the buttons in the right order, you will be able to compose the words of your final strike. Okay, so I don't need to use a bullet. Okay. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun. As you've said before, yes, I remember quite clearly. Okay, wow, he is full on cranky pants.
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hip? I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
I mean, I guess the game sort of tells me when I finish, so we'll go with that. If the iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding into the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means was the weapon was already hidden. I didn't even read that wrong. That's actually just not looking good. Okay, somewhere we couldn't find it. Could it have been in an unexpected place? Like, I guess my guess is in the food, because I remember when he was om nom nomming all up in that place to get the skewers out. Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Think carefully. Yeah, you say that.
I'm not hiding anything.
Time shall tell. All right, I must reveal to Taro the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. Wish me some luck on this.
Shut up! That's impossible.
I think I'm doing it.
Nonsense.
I have a combo, so I'm guessing I'm doing good.
Unforgivable. I don't know. Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton? What? Does he just scream random celebrity names?
Shut up. That's impossible. Nonsense.
Come on.
Unforgivable.
Come on. I think I'm making progress.
I don't know.
Boom, boom. Paris Hilton. What the hell does that? That's so random.
Unforgivable.
Whoa, hang on. Meat on the bone.
This is the end.
Was that right? I think it was. the big meaty bone thingy.
Have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone.
That's a weird way of calling it that, but I assumed I had to use all of the words.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
Well, I mean, we could go look.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
And the food is not to be tampered with.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
It seems there are no dangerous items, like that skewer in the churrasco earlier inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. Yeah, I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, The only one that can hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
Bada boom!
What now?
What?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
Okay, so then basically what you're saying is I have absolutely no way of being able to counter that, so I give up.
There's no way that exists here.
Also fair.
We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
Assuming he watched it first, I don't know if you would want to eat that.
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
I don't doubt that, I just don't think it's advisable.
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out, time out.
Why are we timing out?
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
What? Oh, Monokuma's gone.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
Did he go to do that?
I'm right here!
Hello? Oh, he's eating it.
I'm already eating it!
Which is weird, because you're a robot.
A bear that eats meat!
That is most bears.
Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
At least you also realized it.
Nom. Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
There will be more meat later, Akane. You will be fine.
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
Fool, you landed off the side of the dang old assembly line.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
And why is it really bad?
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Wow, the skewer had like a bone thingy on the end? Wow, that's incredibly convenient.
Is that an iron skewer?
Seems to be the case.
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
Yeah, well, there you go. And here I thought it was just some sort of Fred Flintstone-esque nonsense.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
That's a hell of a sentence you just unsaid.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone.
Admittedly, I would actually like to believe that.
I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
I mean, why would we pick you specifically? I mean, sure, you're kind of gross and everything, but that would still be very arbitrary.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Nagito is messed in the head. I'm calling it now.
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Even Chiaki is fed up with your nonsense. That's a very pleasant silence, I'm not gonna lie. I'll have you know, I haven't eaten fast food in like, I don't know, a very, 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 very long time. 97% of all fast food is basically meat products and vegetarian. Woo! But again, you can eat whatever you want. I don't care.
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
Yeah, we heard.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Yeah, it was kind of obvious from the start. Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should
I
first...
guess we need to settle this. Once and for all.
Am I gonna have to make a comic book out of this?
To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Yep, looks like I'm making myself a comic book. Go over the entire incident. Then I can prove Teruteru's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
And do it we shall! So it's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. Gross. Every case has one less feature to bring the class trial to an end. Closing argument. I want to skip this, but they might have changed it. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. Well, assuming it's going in the opposite direction, it would be more of a manga. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's after you complete the comic using the truth panels. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed along the incorrect panels. If you use up all the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, if you fill in all the holes, you will clear the challenge. Pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps. But once you fill in some, it'll become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there's a certain trick. Oh boy. If you move the reticle over the gaps of each page, it will display hints at the top of the screen. Okay, this type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn in that gap. Also, if you move the reticle onto a truth panel, it will display a hint as well. This hint explains the scene contained in the panel. Put together those 2 hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there will be a time limit. Well then, good luck and have fun. All right. Let's go. Okay, so everybody's hanging out all right, fine and dandy. Also, did we really need a picture of Peko on the toilet? That's entirely unnecessary. Okay, so the killer used a mark closing the fire. Okay, well, I mean, that's just the picture right there. Set at 11:30 p.m. Okay, well, hang on a second. Okay, well, that definitely goes there. That much is obvious. Okay. Just making sure I use all of these things properly. And no, that would be something else. Gotcha. The weapon hidden in. The killer obtained a light. These are the only ones I have to work with. I guess I have to use these before I can do anything else. Okay, so what did the killer do after exiting into the hall? What did the killer obtain in the storage room? There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Also, that one's already done and done. Not entirely sure. Then he screams. I heard it. Okay. Let's see. What was found under the table? No. Then the one I have to use would be the... there we go. It would probably be this, right here. There we go. Okay. New ones. Thank you kindly. Okay. So, I think we have to go all the way back. And maybe everyone at the party is. Okay, so this is like where everyone is. So this would be where she is. There you go. All right, now switched on. Interesting. Good for him. Maybe? No, that is in fact not right. Okay, to think about this again, and I get hurt for it at the same time. All right, then here, possibly. No. Okay, maybe I need to pay more attention. All right. Then, the moment it got dark, Byakuya equipped the thingamaboo. There you go, okay. Who did Byakuya see? Not important. But, switched on. Oh, that's the, I get it. That was the stove. I thought that was like, you know what? I don't know what I thought it was. Doesn't matter. All right, so then, it's not who did he see. It was more so the case of... What did he find? It was a Kniffy. All right, so then the air conditioner turned on. Okay. So that's my guess as for what I need to use next. Let's see, the weapon hidden in? No. Who did he see? A no. At the office room, the thingy activated. Oh. Okay, interesting. I thought that would have been everything, but apparently not. Okay, then it must be Ibuki's hearing. And he dived. And then... okay, he scream. She hear. There you go. All right. Then, what we needs to do is hidden in the meat. There we go. Okay. And he would have saw this. And which ones are still open? It would be this.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Hell yeah. Tell it like it is.
Going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started.
If we absolutely must.
Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received.
Although he did have juice.
Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us.
Look, that's really unnecessary.
Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage.
I don't really have much to say.
Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m.
Ding, 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 ding! Kazam!
The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for it. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on.
And everyone was horrified except Akane, who was hungry.
Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case.
Equipped!
That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him.
Well, I think he just brought the entire security case, because that's what it was called,
When
but
he
yeah.
put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan.
Hot diggity
The
dang!
murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito.
Which, obviously, we're going to have to deal with later.
While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming.
How and why of that, we don't know yet.
That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand.
Diabolical!
Long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item.
A tarp! A tablecloth tarp,
That's
same
right.
thing.
A tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
Forward thinking! And thus, like a vigilante,
With
they
this,
descend.
The killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table.
Convenient! Oh!
Under the
I think I get it now.
Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there.
Okay, so then my guess, currently, is that somehow, however that ended up being, Teruteru learned of Nagito's plan and was actually aiming for him, not Byakuya just... Because there was no way he could have accounted for that specifically. Which means he would have overheard that Nagito was going to kill someone, so he thought he'd kill him first. Well, crap, that's really unfortunate.
If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer.
And just kept on doing it over and over.
The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened.
Diabolical!
There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime.
The Naked Gray Man!
Especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food.
If I'm right about your motive, I'm really sorry.
Right, Teru Hanamura.
Legitimately.
That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong? This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone.
And yet I don't think anything else is possible.
Would never.
Dude, I already feel bad about this. Please don't. I was kind of hoping it would have to... I'd end up having to wait till another case before I start really getting emotionally affected.
It seems this is the end.
How did I do? Really? Those couple screw-ups is all it took, huh? Well, damn. Don't I feel stupid?
It looks like your argument has come to a close.
Yeah, you don't have to be so diabolical about it.
Whoops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Is that a side effect of the meat I just ate?
I'm willing to bet that it is probably the case. Yes.
Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier!
Fantastic.
Why did this happen?
Because if it didn't, there wouldn't be a game.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Well, let's see. I think we may have hit the nail on the head with that one. I don't really want to rise. My back hurts. Ow.
Correct!
Huzzah!
Yoo-hoo!
Ah, we're back to not being... Okay, cool. That's right. This time, the blackened responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Hanamura.
No.
I'm sorry, man. Are you serious? Out of all these people, are you saying a... Is that word offensive? I'm not sure if it is or not. I'm just gonna be careful. A guy like him is the one who killed Byakuya? I think I've heard that word, but I don't know if it's offensive, and I don't want to say something like that if it is. But... Now look what you done and did. You made Nekomaru cry.
You've got it wrong.
It was a mistake. I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys. I was right!
Hey!
I was only trying to stop Nagato from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean? I spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall, and when I peeked over there, I saw him. I saw Nagato in the middle of cleaning duty and putting the knife under the table. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. And I saw him place the irons he'd brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him. When that happened, he... Oh, sorry.
You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught.
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Jesus. Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see. So that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. Then what the actual crap is it about? I just want the killing to start. Oh, okay. Never mind. You don't have an eloquent reason. You're just a psychopath.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here. That's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all of the Ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing.
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair. You really are just straight up, no joke, evil Makoto.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
Isn't it typical that if you face a strong enemy, you will become even stronger yourself? Which means the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right?
I
want to see that brightness, and in order to see it, I'm going to become everyone's stepping stone. I want to make your hope shine. It's as simple as that. Jesus, that's right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
You don't tell me. You're actually serious?
Man.
So you don't understand. That's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's all right that this love of mine is unrequited. This is really weird. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic.
No way.
There's something wrong with you. Understatement. Really? Do you really think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me? More than a little. But isn't that what love is? What? Nagito, what is the meaning of this? Explain it to me. I don't understand anything about this story at all.
See?
You see, if you have a favorite boxer, don't you want him to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that.
What?
Am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, no? For mere humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, a trial such as this can elevate their status to an even higher level. I don't understand, and part of me is okay with not understanding, because if I could understand, that would imply something is wrong with me.
Amazing.
It's amazing to me that someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial.
Great.
There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation so that your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop it, you're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
I don't understand at all. Are you saying you basically wanted to commit murder for fun? It's not the same as someone killing for fun, but I guess it'd look the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die. Is that why you didn't mind when Teru discovered your plan?
What's wrong?
Or perhaps that was intentional too.
So...
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing. Plus, it'd be better for him if the mystery was more complex. Is that why you blatantly revealed your plan to Teru? You expected to pique Teru's curiosity, and you looked forward to the mystery becoming more complex. Well, you're basically right. It's true, I was looking forward to that. And that's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning. What? That was your doing as well?
You're right.
I just casually mentioned it. Oh, it's dangerous if you fall, so don't get too close to it. You manipulated him into doing this.
Hey.
He's seriously ass flap crazy. He's insane. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know?
However...
But why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take that knife. That's why I aimed and thrusted the iron skewer there. But why is Byakuya the one who died? It was supposed to be Nagito, not him. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife. And then, in place of Nagito...
Nope.
No, I don't think that's it. What? What?
Perhaps...
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What?
What?
See?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
I will guide you all.
That much I promise. Could it be in order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards. And that someone was aiming for Nagato.
Why?
So Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagato, even though he was trying to take the knife? I see. Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. And yet...
Such despair.
Ugh. Shudder. What? But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become even stronger by overcoming this despair.
No way.
Could it be you knew Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail?
Someone like me.
Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results of that were going to be my fun for later. Just kidding.
How unexpected.
But I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. So that's why I decided to help Teru Teru. Why? Well, because Teru Teru decided to commit his crime because he also had strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru Teru. What do you mean confirm it? Just stop it already. Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I also empathized with Teru Teru. After all, he wanted to kill me, but he ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know? If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right?
Isn't that right?
But in order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him I don't care if I die, so you should just focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those were my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru Teru? You really should have told somebody, dude.
Man.
In the end, my help just wasn't enough, and this turned out to be a bad ending for Teru Teru. But you should be proud of yourself. You'll not die in vain.
Great.
You'll become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else so their hopes can grow even more powerful. I am actually kind of disgusted right now.
Impossible.
Sacrifice?
Shut up.
Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy just listening to you.
Hey.
It's really okay for us to just leave this crazy guy alone like this?
Huh?
Isn't it better if we just kill him off? Kill, he said. High school students are so violent these days. I really hate this goddamn bear. But the person who's gonna get killed now isn't Nagato. It's Teru Teru.
What's the matter?
You didn't forget, right? Because I told you already at the beginning, right? If the blackened killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait.
Oh, hold on.
No.
That was how I should put it. An accident. An act of self-defense. Not intentional. Anyway, I feel it's possible it's not my fault.
Hey!
It doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense, or intentional. A murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey.
But isn't there anything like sympathy judgments, extenuating circumstances, or maybe even probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims.
That's...
I guess that would probably be why he was ultimately okay with doing this in the end, even if he didn't want to.
Hey.
So save me, you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagato, so...
Why you?
Be honest, after learning about Nagato's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's what you thought, right?
Wrong.
You're wrong. There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. In truth, you were just so desperate to kill Nagato and willing to sacrifice everybody else to survive, right? Just be honest already, at least in the end. I don't really know if I can truly believe that. I'd like to think that people are inherently good.
No.
That is...
Teru Teru,
Why?
if only you didn't try to kill Nagato, Byakuya would still be alive.
Answer me.
Why did you try to commit murder? Answer me, Teru Teru. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what.
Well, why? Because she's waiting for me. Mama is waiting for me at home? Oh God. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate Hope's Peak Academy and come home.
Okay, I'm going now. When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong.
Oh, God.
I won't lose to some illness.
Oh, God.
I know that already. I know that already.
Oh, no. I promised. I promised her I'd become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamura Diner. Mama's waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
Oh, no. Oh, no. But if we were told our memories were stolen and that several years have passed since our first day,
Hey!
then what happened to the Hanamura Diner? What happened to my mom who's still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said.
Damn it!
You were saying all along it's okay, I'll never believe something like this. So why?
Wrong!
I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
That's why I wanted to go home!
I wanted to go home and confirm it. I wanted to make sure it was all just a lie. I wanted to make sure that I still have a place to call home. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not that Teru didn't believe it. He believed it more than anybody else here. That's why he kept denying it, because he believed it. He needed to deny it. Damn it, if only I knew how he felt, something like this would have never happened. I wanted to confirm by any means necessary. I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagato's plan. I found out he was gonna kill someone if I left him alone. That's why. That's why.
Fine, fine.
So you wanted the first kill.
I'm sorry.
I know. It doesn't mean I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it was the only thing I could do. And I ended up killing Byakuya instead of Nagato. See.
I think I'm the one who went crazy.
Teru, I didn't know you long. And you said some really gross stuff. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God damn it. Teru. I see, interesting, but as far as motives to kill, you shut the actual. You shut up. You shut up. Shut up.
So, yoo-hoo!
It's not funny.
You can't!
It's not funny at all.
Jeez, get out of my way!
God damn it, no. Keep it together.
Well now.
There, now that that annoying little sister has been dealt with, let's get back to business.
Wait!
Hold on a sec. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore, but at least...
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
Hey!
Call me Chef. No, wait, that's not what I...
Please!
At least tell me at least what happened to the Hanamura Diner. To Mama.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
He'd never tell you.
Lies! I won't believe this!
I won't believe it. I'm gonna lose it. This isn't right. This isn't right at all. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to. No, no. I have to watch. I don't wanna. Jesus Christ. Make it stop. Shut up. Just put it go. The adrenaline is rushing through me. Teru.
Damn it!
Are you serious?
How cruel.
Why did you do something so cruel?
What?
Didn't you learn when you were in elementary school? If you badmouth someone, the teacher writes it in a note and makes whoever you badmouth read it to you in front of the class.
No.
When that happens, only then do you think about how it feels to be badmouthed. The same applies to murder.
What are you saying?
You're the one who drove him to do it! This is too cruel.
Nice.
Well, it can't be helped. Rules are rules, and this is the killing rule after all. What rule? You're the one who's breaking the rules. I can't just let that slide. What do you mean? When you mentioned the motive, didn't you also promise something? There's a catch. Don't tell me the catch is... Figured it out yet? That's right, you guys have to kill each other. That's my bargaining point. You guys want to know, right? You want your school memories returned to you, right? Then you better start killing. A penny for your thoughts and a murder for your memories. Why didn't you tell Teru about his mom or his diner? He had a right to know. Yeah, us too. We all have a right to know. Bastard! Hurry up and tell us. What did you mean earlier when you mentioned our school memories? Well, yeah, I did promise to return your memories after the killing began. You're gonna do it? But telling them is kind of... But I never told you guys that I'd tell you right away.
What?
Not fair.
Of course.
I'll keep my promise to return your memories someday. But it's still not clear when that someday will actually be. I must excuse myself as well. There's something that I need to do.
Huh?
What the heck?
So cruel!
That's not fair, they both ran away.
Then...
Monokuma had us wrapped around his finger after all.
Stupid!
Teru, you stupid.
Such despair.
Shut up, I don't even want to even hear you right now. Ridiculous. As a symptoms of hope, you guys need to keep doing your best. I'm not skipping. I don't want to hear him, but I'm not skipping.
You...
Why are you smiling? Crap! How could you smile in a situation like this, you creep?
Nope.
Hold on, I'm sad too, you know. Didn't I tell you? From the bottom of my heart, I truly love you all. You ultimates who inspire hope and your splendid talents. There's no way I can be happy when you've lost such a talented individual.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't go saying creepy stuff like that, I'll kill you. Please, kill me anytime.
What?
If you hate me, I don't mind you killing me. I've already prepared myself to become your stepping stone.
So...
If absolute hope can be born from that, then my life is nothing special. How messed up are you?
Hey.
However, if you're going to kill me, make sure you discuss it with me beforehand, okay? You see, if you do that, then I can cooperate with the killer. Are you seriously intending to help the killer? It's really not that big a deal. If you're students of Hope's Peak Academy, if you're the symbols of hope who possess the chosen talents,
Great.
then it shouldn't matter to you guys at all if I cooperate with the killer, right? Declaring so confidently that you'll side with the killer.
Hey,
Maybe this was his plan all along. Since he's willing to work with the killer, he wants us to think it's better for us to not kill him. Well, I don't mind what you think of me. In actuality, thanks to Byakuya, I'm starting to feel a small desire to live.
This is exciting!
Mostly, I just want to watch everyone destroy all the despair that comes for you, one after the other. Just kidding.
Piss me off.
Can I punch you? I just won't be satisfied till I punch you. Fine. Let's stop this already. It's just gonna be a waste of time if we keep dealing with him.
What?
Even Hajime hates me now?
How unfortunate.
That stings. I felt you and I were quite similar. Don't even freaking go there. What is that?
Isn't that right?
You hold special feeling towards Hope Peak Academy just like me. Don't put me in the same category as you.
Hey.
But how can you say you're not? Monokuma said it himself. We don't know anything about each other's true nature. Not if it's true that our school memories were stolen. It's the same as not knowing our true selves too. Especially for you, right? Someone who can't even remember what his talent is. Akane, please feel free to punch him. Will do!
Wait!
Oh, hold on. Please.
Stop.
No, let her punch him. Not to kill him, just to hit him. Nothing will come fighting like this. There is something else that we must do.
Huh?
Something else?
Please listen.
We must not argue with each other in a place like this. There's something more important we must do.
Let me ask.
Which is? Do our best.
You fiend.
Well,
We must first leave here and get some rest. And then we shall all work together and do our best. Do our best so we never have to come back here again.
perhaps.
That is what I believe we must do right now. Sonia, I legitimately hope you're as good a person as I think you are right now.
I am sorry.
If only I was a better motivational speaker. Well, that really touched my heart. You're totally right. What we need to do right now is do our best. If we do our best, it's definitely gonna pay off, right?
Yes.
That is right.
Like...
But what do we have to work hard at? I do not know, but we must do our best.
Jeez.
I don't get you at all. You're some kind of moron.
Well,
It's fine if you don't know. What matters is that you hold on to the feeling that you have to do your best.
right?
So let's do our best. Let's make sure a killing like this never happens again.
But
It's scary, but doing our best is our only option. There's no way I'm doing what Nagito said.
I'm gonna do it.
Alright, I don't know what you're all talking about, but let's do our best for now.
Fine.
Even if we're not able to change the future, I guess I should at least change my tomorrow. Damn fiend. I won't give up until the very end. I won't die in vain. I'll give my entire existence, my entire power, my entire body and soul and fight to the very end. Yeah, you're right. Let's definitely work together and leave this island. Do our best. We kept using that phrase over and over again, even though we knew they were just cheap, meaningless, empty words. Regardless, we still said it, and we continue to say it over and over again without stopping. Thus, the curtain had fallen upon the class trial where Byakuya and Teruteru were sacrificed. Afterwards, we left the trial grounds and returned to the mainland of Jabberwock Island. For the time being, we decided to go back to our cottages. After experiencing something like that, there's no way I could fall asleep. I gave up, got out of bed, and began walking around the hotel grounds for no real reason. After not doing much of anything, I dully looked up at the sky. And there, just like before, there it was. The night sky brimming with stars. Stars that looked like they were about to fall into my hands like fluttering snow. As I looked up at such a beautiful night sky, I can go anywhere. That thought crossed my mind for some reason. The sky is connected to anywhere, even to my daily life. That's why I might be able to go home. That's right. I'm definitely going to go home. That's when it happened. As I stared up at the night sky, I felt a strange convergence of sensation. And then while I continued to stare at the night sky, I felt my entire body stiffen with that sensation. Isn't this...
Is someone watching me?
I don't know what that means. Also, what is happening? Well, everybody, I hope you're incredibly happy to have had me play this game and make me cry in the first freaking trial. I guarantee things are only going to get significantly worse over time. So if that's something that really, you know, tickles your fancy. Yeah. Stick. Thanks. I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go. I don't even know.